Hi, I'm David Galullo, CEO and Chief Creative Officer at Rapt Studio. Rapt is an interdisciplinary design studio located in San Francisco, Los Angeles, and New York. We work with clients across the globe to solve complex challenges. All of those challenges, whether they be placed in the category of workplace, retail, education, or hospitality, all hinge on human experience and understanding how people come together, how they interact, how they bring their best selves to each of those experiences. As an interdisciplinary design studio, we bring together strategists and researchers, interior, architectural, and industrial designers, graphic designers, and brand strategists. That grouping brings together a full understanding of all of the component parts of an experience, whether they be digital, physical, emotional. We believe that right now, in response to this global pandemic, there is much to learn. The question is posed, what would the workplace look like? And specifically, what does a design workplace look like when all is said and done, when we go back to normal? And I guess my answer would be that normal is not where we're going. We're moving forward as we always do. This is just a period of fast movement. We have been put in an unprecedented situation. We've been asked to uproot everything we know about how we bring our best selves to workplace. And now we're being asked to bring our best selves to the work. And I think that's an important distinction in as much as if the discussion of workplace, if the discussion of retail, if the discussion of place itself is about human interaction, about human emotion and experience, then thinking about how we bring our best selves to an experience instead of to a place helps us to design that place all that much better. Right now, I think we have an intense experiment going on. We've been forced to work at home, in some cases with lack of technology or tools, in some cases to the complete exclusion of seeing other people except on video, in others potentially in an environment where there are too many people, homeschooling with a spouse in a smaller apartment. All of those situations bring about learnings that we can put to use as we move forward from this special response to the pandemic. So what I'd like to talk about today is how our unique and unprecedented response to the pandemic can teach us how we design better spaces. No, I do not believe the workplace is going away. No, I do not believe that the workforce will continue to work at home. I do believe it will take time for us to move back into the workplace, move back into social interactions on a grand scale. But I believe that the workplace, as it is being talked about right now, will evolve into potentially something a bit different than it is. But we've been talking about this for a long time. The workplace can't give you everything you need, nor can your home give you everything you need. So now that we've asked everyone to move everything they know about workplace into their bedroom, into their home office, into their dining room, we're starting to understand in a more granular way what we're missing from the tool set perspective, from the technology perspective, and from the human interaction perspective. At Rapt, since we've been doing work remotely and globally for years, our technology infrastructure is robust. We've had a very healthy remote work program, and our equipment and systems have been built for that level of interaction. So moving home and doing work for the beginning of this response was not a problem. I think as the response wore on, we started to realize that technology offered an amazing interaction platform, that I didn't need to be in the same space to have face-to-face meetings. But we've also noticed as time wore on that technology has helped to flatten experiences. Every experience I have, whether it be a casual one-on-one or a formal presentation to a client, has been flattened by the computer screen in a way that suggests that both of those things should be handled in the same way. So I think the response to that could be technological. We could work with those designers of those interactive tools to help to offer a broader virtual spatial thinking, to offer broader options for how I come to a meeting, how I interact with others, even though the communication tool, the window, if you will, is still the computer. Can we help, much like we design a multitude of spaces in the built environment, can we help to design a virtual experience that has that richness of spatial and virtual variety? So that's one question. When we move also back to the built environment, our home can't give us everything we need out of an experience, out of a space. Nor should we assume that the workplace can. We've been talking for the longest time that workplace needs to offer a richness of and variety of experiences. Therefore, the places, the spaces that you build within the workplace need to offer that variety. It needs to offer choice. I don't do everything I do in a given day in the same posture, so therefore the space should respond to that. Now that I add my home office into that collection of spaces, I think it's much the same conversation with a new set of data points. In the past, we've had middle managers, we've had supervisors less comfortable when they couldn't see someone working within their purview. So therefore, working from home programs had an issue. We've heard people say that it's important that we get interaction, face-to-face, more collaboration, and that only happens in person, which is true, but it doesn't mean that there aren't times that can therefore be spent at home and be equally as compelling. So the point I'm trying to make is we need to think of virtual or technology solutions. We need to think of spatial and place solutions much in the same way, a variety of experiences that match the kind of interaction we'd like to have, the kind of emotional backdrop we'd like to have, and the kind of understanding of human experience that is necessary for all experiences to resonate. And I think right now we have an incredible opportunity to be asking ourselves questions, to be surveying our response to things, to eliminate the emotional overlay, the stress that comes with pandemic response, and learn how we bring our best selves to each and everything we're doing, how we're interacting with others, what are the technological gateways and barriers, what are the spatial gateways and barriers, and how can we design systems moving forward that allow for that richness of experience? Yes, I believe that people are going to spend more time working at home when that suits them and when that makes sense, and when their home environment allows for that to happen in a comfortable way. Do I think the workplace is going away? No. Do I think the workplace is changing? Well, sure, because it has been for a long time. We just have an intense, accelerated period of data collection that we need to mine because it's rich with information, both anecdotal, quantitative, and qualitative, about how we as humans interact, what we need emotionally for individual best practice and collaborative and group best practice. Now is a time to learn, and coming out of this, we'll be better for it. We're working with clients right now to start to ask some of those questions of their employees, to understand when we come back to work, or should I say come back to the workplace, we are at work. How does the workplace respond to it? I think we've got lots to learn, lots of questions to ask. And as always, we will be asking those questions and understanding with our clients how that gets put to real practice. I think finally, during times like this, you ask yourself tough questions. You need to make hard decisions. And when hard decisions need to be made, you work harder to understand who you are, what you believe in. Because decisions that are hard need to be made based on conviction, based on knowledge, based on understanding of what the organization is and what's important to it. I think times like this are important for organizations. It is a time when you can solidify and strengthen your resolve. You can to strengthen and clarify your understanding of who you are and what's important and how you make decisions moving forward. Now is the time not to retreat, but to look around, to understand, to dig. Emotions are high, but interactions, practice, human condition is on wide display. And we need to take advantage of that and be ready to make decisions moving forward. The resiliency of the human condition is amazing, and we need to respond to it in kind. So that's my musings for today on the workplace. Retail, whole other subject. I'm David Galullo from Rapt Studio. Thank you.